new self-employed blog. It's the fucking first one of May, even though it's the 7th. That's a whole week's gone by. Is that screen cleaned? Does that screen need cleaning? Hang on. That might be better, I don't know. Yeah, a whole week's gone by without me talking to you. I'm starting to get fucking symptoms, or I don't know, well, maybe that's 8. Anyway, I'm changing the style of my output based on some stuff I've picked up in the last few months, yeah? I might have alluded to a video. I want to do more projects after visiting the Tim Hunkin experience. Yeah, I used to do projects, used to make little things myself to entertain myself and develop my own skills, not just edit video where I'm telling everyone else what's going off. So I'm going to do more of that. I'm going to do more things that entertain me, but I'm going to record them so they can entertain you and you can learn stuff from me, because there's a lot of preaching on this channel, a lot of me talking to you. Whereas I'd like to do something and maybe explain what I'm doing, then I'd like to do something where I talk to you, then I don't say. My new structure is, just been thinking about it, my new structure is 4 weeks in a month on average, yeah? 1 week is a self-employed blog from the previous month. That takes up about 25%. One other week is probably going to be a project, me doing a project, of which I've got a couple in the pipeline that are going to go through on this thing. I know I still haven't finished off that fucking other project I started. There's a project on this channel I haven't finished. The keg washer never got finished because it got whipped up to my mate's brewery for him to use and never got come back. So there's that. But anyway, I've got a few projects I want to work on. One of them's the video one, and one of them's the PLC one. You'll see them on the channel. But yeah, 25% of the time dedicated to that, which leaves 50% of the time, 2 weeks out of the 4. One of them will either be another project video, so I'll do this a project again, or one of them or 2 of them will be actual electrical content. That's where I pick something and talk about it and explain it. What you got to remember is, you run out of stuff to talk about, don't you? So I've got to move on to more of a project-based thing while still coming up with fresh content. Also, a lot of my old content is still there, and it's still like 420 milliamp content I put out ain't changing, apart from some of it's badly recorded and badly edited. So you'll notice that if I put out a 4 to 20 milliamp video or an instruments video, I sometimes get rid of a previous video. For example, there's a video on my channel about bus sections, which is filmed in landscape. It's all the information there, but it's crap quality. I'm trying to re-record that with some real equipment, and that'll go. But you know what I mean? You soon run out of stuff to do, and then you're just a boring bloke on YouTube who's spouting the same old shit, which, to be honest, I could be already. But anyway, just to let you know, it's the 7th of May. Not a lot's been happening. Although in the background I've been diddling around with stuff, there's not been a lot of work going off. It's summer, who gives a fuck? Also, I've been very, very busy making video and doing these videos because I am looking ahead in my diary, because I'm a good planner, I'm a good little bitch like that, and I know that I am up to my eyeballs in training from next week for about the next 4 weeks and jobs. So I've been trying to get, at the minute I'm 4 videos ahead, and I'm trying to get 10 ahead because I want to go on holiday. June, July, I don't want any videos to edit. June, July and August, I'd like to have them in the bank. By June, I'd like to have June, July and August in the bank, so I can just have summer off. I'll still record content on Instagram to make, but I won't probably edit it, or I'll just take it steady, you know what I mean? Just have a little break from the old editing thing. No one wants me at a computer during some of that, although I find the editing part the most enjoyable. So yeah, that's the change you'll see. It won't affect this blog if you just come and watch this. Who gives a fuck? If anything you want me to do, if anything you'd like to see me do or talk about, put it in the comments, yeah? Interact me in the comments. Why not like and fuck off? Subscribe and fuck off. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, you dickhead. Get me over 10,000. I'll get absolutely nothing for it except a warm fuzzy feeling inside that. Anyway, fucking subscribe numbers is bullshit, innit? It's all about how many people watch the video to the end, of which, according to the statistics, it's just you 4. Hiya. Anyhow, 7th of May still. I'll just cover off, yeah, work-wise. Got a lot of training coming up. I've just got a week off now, 2 weeks off now. This week's been a bit of a non-start because of bank holiday. I'm doing a load of video stuff, as I alluded to on the last one. Next week I've set aside for just going through my PowerPoints, getting all my shit together, sharpening pencil, getting my training back on, doing all that, getting home, seeing the kids, because I'm into a 2391 the week after, then the 2391 test the week after that, and it'll be pretty fucking intense. And I don't want to be coming home editing video. I want to stay on the job of the 2391 so that I can make sure I'm doing a good job of it. So yeah, so it's a little bit of training for summer, not getting really too dirty and stuff like that. I've got another bit of work in the bag at the secret, whatever it is, Hadron Collider down Oxford. That's like paused, that's going to have to go off again soon. And then we've got some massive dogs there. dog's as big as your mum's a dog. Then we've got other bits and bobs from the pipeline, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. My fuel lights come on. I'm just driving past the petrol station, so I'll go and do that. I'll see you later. Yo, self-employed blog. Right, it's still the 7th. Right, been pretty lax all month for the first 7 days of the month, right? 'Cause it's bank on the weekend and all that shit, yeah? This morning's like, oh, I better do my self-employed blog because otherwise I won't have a self-employed blog. It seems like doing the self-employed blog causes work. Maybe I'm going mad, but that's how it feels because I was following my rule of doing all the things I can do today so that I'm free. So like next week and all week, next week I got all the week off. The only thing I was doing on Thursday, going to Harrogate Elects. Friday I want free for myself, do a bit of paperwork, and I'm going down south for some army thing. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I just had to fuck around. Great. I'm quite ahead with videos. I've got a nice stack of videos up front. It's like, oh, 3 days there. I've got some DIY to do around the house. I've got some stuff to do down the caravan, getting ready for summer, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, literally just about to leave the office at 4 o'clock tonight, get a nice early finish, and fucking phone rings. Now they want me back down on that fucking tier 1 site I did, doing that. So I've got to go down there Monday now. I've had to book in the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, of which I'll be down there, I thought. So yeah, so the old adage, don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today's work, because now I've pretty much mocked all my accounts, admin, all that shit, which is nice. However, the 3 days I put aside for myself next week to do some like personal shit, just gone like that. And also after those 3 days, I'm pretty much booked up for a month, solid, with training and other bits and bobs. So yeah, not that I'm complaining about having work, but I would like to have got them bits done, but I'm not going to turn the work down, it's for a good customer. Someone else might turn it down, but yeah, I'm here moaning about having work. Anyway, the next month of work, the training, this job, the continuation of this job at the place, the tier 1 place, it'll probably see me through summer, probably see me through till September money wise. So I suppose I can't complain. I'm just going to have a tough month of graft for the next month, and then I'll just have the money. So yeah, I don't know what I'm moaning for. Am I moaning about having work? Maybe some stocks now, but yeah, I'm just glad I got all my shit done. I'm moaning about work now. I've got to fuck off to realise what I sound like. Sorry. Morning, self-employed blog. It's the 9th of May. It's Friday. Now, I'll tell you a story I told you probably only before, yeah. Back in the day, when I used to do loads of contracting and had people working for me and all that kind of shit, I'd always save Fridays to do all the running round. This was a very, very bad idea, because I had this list in there like, I need to go buy some screws, I need to go to the wholesaler, I need to go to this, I need to go to the post office, I need to have this massive list. And after a few months doing it, I'd have this list in my head, I'd be like, I need to go to the post office, I need to go to the wholesaler, I need to go to this, I need to go to that, I need to go to that. And as I was driving along, like, oh, fuck, I need that, I need to go do this, I need to go do that, I need to remember that. Then, inevitably, it just turned to a fucking clusterfuck. You'd be running around like a knob. And then you'd forget something, but you're 3 stops down from where you forgot it from. And then one day, I do recall, and I used to fucking do this to myself on Fridays, I do recall just pulling over the van and fucking almost crying. I think I may have cried, actually, because I was like, I just can't handle this level of stress. Like, you're meant to be winding down on Friday afternoon. Everyone else is winding down. And I've put all these things on, because like, I was basically thinking, oh, I'll work every other day, but then when I don't, the one day I won't work and I'll do all my errands will be Friday. Rubbish idea. Do it on a Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday. Monday everyone's getting going, Friday everyone's going down. That's when the rule came in. Or reinvented the rule that I already know, don't put off till tomorrow what can you take, because literally I was by the side of the road having a fucking breakdown, honestly, hyperventilating the fucking lot. Anyhow, unfortunately, just because the way a job's been booked on Monday, I've now got to run round on Friday and get some stuff. So I've got to go to the wholesalers, get some tyre wraps, some boxes, some fucking stuff for fire that I don't keep in stock. A lot of the stuff I do, I keep a little bit of stock of it. Yeah, I can get a pelt on. Or the job's so long, I can start something and then get what I want coming. Unfortunately, I'm banging in for, oh, is this road closed? Fuck! I'm banging in for fucking 3 days. I'm banging in for, yeah, what am I on about? Yeah, I'm banging in for 3 days on this. So I'm at a junction, I'm going to cut this, hang on. Yeah, I'm going to bang in for 3 days and I've basically got to hit the ground running. I've got to fit some speakers to do another job while I'm there. So it's all fucking wee-wah, so I've got to run around today. Although the customer will get charged for it, like this half a day running around, they will get charged for it because it's their fucking getting prepped for their jobs, their business. I also can't get a fucking accommodation. I've also got back onto what I was saying a minute ago, I've also, for some reason, got about 20 people I need to ring today and something important I need to do this afternoon. I'm not, the podcast is back this afternoon, or it'll be out by now, but yeah, not back, but we're having a little go at it. We're going to try and right the fucking wrongs that may have gone off. I deal with all that shit, and I'll go into that on that, not on here. Or I'll go into it next month when it's been gone out, but basically, it's not gone out yet, it's gone out soon. So I've got a fucking load of shit to do today. Ringing people up, it's always nice catching up with people, doing actual shit work, and then doing a podcast later. So yeah, I feel like I'm back in one of those Fridays where I just might start hyperventilating my van, which is not good for you, but we'll see how we get on. But yeah, sound. Yo, self-employed blog bad shot. It's the 12th of May. I'm on my way back now to Oxford to do 3 days work at this fucking tier 1 fucking build I'm doing. I've double booked myself. The guys around my house repointed my house today, and because of an Outlook calendar failure, because Outlook had made me use the new Outlook, I forgot it was coming. So now I'm travelling down the M1 while they're stripping the front of my house part to repoint it because of a calendar error. I pride myself on my admin, and I've totally fucked that up. So yeah, I'm off down to this tier 1 because they wanted me to go there next week, and I can't go next week. So I was like, well, I can do this week, 3 days this week. That's what you're going to get. Because it's fucking busy. I'm on this week, then I'm at Alex. I'm away at the weekend doing some electrical things with the army, and then I'm like got 2 weeks of training booked in, so it's fucking busy. Last month, it's the 12th today, so about not quite halfway through the month, and last month's blog was long. Went out this weekend, and YouTube gives you all these little fucking tidbits. It's like going, most of your normal viewers aren't watching this. And I'm thinking, most of my normal viewers are probably going to watch it, but they'd probably have to fucking go, I'm not watching that tonight, it's an hour long. So try and be a bit more short and sweet. There's Hotel Chocolate again. Ledger proof.
Who the fuck's honking his horn?
Ledger proof.
Fucking, it's him again. Fucking Jamie Cobb. Fuck off, you twat.
Yeah, so, and also, as with that you've just seen, if I've edited it, yeah, if you're into these self-employed blogs, you're probably into them. But if you watch one of them, you're like, what the fuck is this shit? Because I am still reusing jokes in this self-employed blog from my first self-employed blog, because obviously I'm not just electrical. Like Gaz from GSH, his channel is electrical. You go on there and see electrical things. This is like a mix of electrical and ridiculous entertainment. So yeah, so anyway, I'm off down there. I'm just doing this because there's not much going off. I might try and squeeze some actual work in, but yeah, May, starting to get sunny, and I'm less inclined to go and do work. In fact, I took this job because it's not really summer yet, is it? But it is warm. I've got my shorts on, and my thought was, fuck it, I'll go and grab 3 days money out of this, and I get 3 days off in summer. So yeah, that's where we're at. Is it getting busier or not? I think it's getting a little bit busier, although I've got a load of booked in work. But as usual, like a bus, it's all fucking coming at once, isn't it? I've booked in 3 days training, 2 weeks training, and now I've got someone who wants to do a load of work on a job. Sort of wish I'd not took the train on. Sort of need to park in the back of my mind to do training in winter. Training is more of a winter activity for me, because training is rigid and solid, whereas work is flexible and flexy. So yeah, by booking myself in for training, some I've sort of stitched myself up there. Although I will be home every night and I get some stuff around the house. So yeah, here's what it is. That's 2 minutes. See you later. Yo, self-employed blog. Wednesday the 14th. I'm just driving home, been down Oxford. I went to that fucking tier 1 job. The job weren't fucking ready again. Luckily, I had a side project to do, so I did that. So I got all my job done on there, which is good. It's middle of May. I think we did the podcast this weekend. People moaning whether it's busy or not. I could have filmed myself in. Well, that's sad, doesn't it? I could have filmed my diary with work next week 4 times over. I've literally had 4 people ring me. I'm training next week, which is the easiest money I can earn. You know what I mean? Like I'm driving 40 minutes every day, talking, going home. No screws, no drills, no batteries, no tools, no fuck all. Me and my laptop and a few books. So it's the easiest money I'll earn. But I could have fucking filmed my week 4 times next week. I've had 4 calls for the whole week. Ridiculous. Not that it doesn't matter, does it? Because if I'd not put the training in, and end up with the same money. I might have to go further away. Training, to be honest, is short days and you get home. You have to involve yourself in the train all week, but you get home. So yeah, I mean, not first come, first served. Like, unless you're fucking super customer or you pay silly money, it's first come, first served. Also, I'm not like cancelling jobs to do jobs for other people, because it doesn't work like that. That is not the way to get a relationship going with people that goes on for a long time, which is what I'm after. I'm after long work. So the training company I'm working for next week, they give me a fair bit of work, like enough to keep me ticking over. The companies that wanted me as well is enough to keep ticking me over. The 3 companies off me work all give me enough to keep ticking over. But if we start fucking them around and jiggling around for each other, where will that end? Probably me having no customers. Every decision like that you make will fuck you up in the future, I'm guessing. The old butterfly effect. Because they're all, not the butterfly effect. What's the song? Is there a Thin Lizzy? In a Thin Lizzy song, he says something, doesn't he? He says, I was walking out the doorway and we caught each other's eye, and then I could have took the last bus home, but I didn't. I stopped. Well, I passed you in the doorway, and I didn't think with a glance. I should have took the last bus home, but I asked you for a dance. That's it. That's what it's like jiggling your customers, yeah? That's what the whole of life's like. It'll drive you mad if you thought about, if I'm driving down this road now and I turn off left next, my life will pan out completely differently than if I turn right. Or will it reset at some midpoint? One, I'll get home later, I might miss something at home, or will it all just like, will there come a point where tomorrow where I get back to what my life's gonna do? It'll fucking drive you mad to think about it. What I'm saying is, as long as all the customers know it's first come, as long as all the decent clients know I have a small amount of decent clients and it's first come, first served, then everyone will be happy. If people go, oh, do you still want that doing because the other guy's cancelled on there, then that works. But if I start with people going, oh, sorry, mate, I can't do it next week, and then next, you know, it's social media now, isn't it? Yeah, if I say to someone I'm ill, or I lie saying I'm busy somewhere, and then in 3 months' time I accidentally put a social media picture which is clearly that week and I'm like playing tennis or something, I don't play tennis, I'm not gay. But what I'm saying is, you can get caught out, and once you get caught out once, you will never get any work for that person again. So I just have to operate this first come, first serve thing. But it is a trick. It is hard to juggle it because customers got a project, they can't move it. Customers got a project, they can't move it. They both want it the same week. You've got to go first come, first serve, don't you? Even if the customers gave you loads of work, that the weeks before, you've got to go for first come, first serve. So yeah, and again, I wish I could split myself in 4 and split myself on 4 jobs, but I can't. So yeah, it's busy now. We'll see what goes off. But other than that, May's been a bit fucking quiet. No, it's not been quiet. I've been busy, but nothing worth talking about here. Well, nothing's worth talking about here. It's all fucking boring. Yo, self-employed blog. Yo, me talking in my van blog that some people watch, amazingly. Maybe you feel like this too, but you don't want to do a blog. I'm talking about, it's the 15th of May. I've been at my job for 3 days and I've got 2 days of fucking around now. So I'm going to Alex today up at Harrogate. I've not been to Harrogate before. And the parking looks good because it's on like a rural showground. So I go up there, go and see a couple of people, say hello to a couple of people, have a look at some test gear show I've got on. Proud supporters of this channel. Not sponsor, supporters, because some of the testing stuff I do, I'd never be able to afford that testing myself. So yeah, go and say hello to them. I'm keen to see their stand. They've got a nice new stand. So we'll see what they've got on there. I just have a general bum around before going home, and I've got to sort my life out because I was meant to have 3 days in the office this week. I was going to sort all my stuff out. I'm doing a 2391 next week, and I've realised that it's the most onerous course for paperwork and bits and bobs and odds and sods, and I've got to get all that shit together and put it in the van, and then I'm away this week. So yeah, so now I've realised that I'm swanning around at a trade show today and I've got fuck all time. Also, when I got home last night, my ass has been pointed, boring story, and all my solar's in the way of the pointer. They're going to point that wall, so I put it onto another wall. But there's a good chance to tidy up, so I put loads of adapt boxes in for various measurement devices I was fucking around with, just like somewhere to play with measuring DC shit was basically. And it looked a fucking right state. It looked like a test rig, which is fine because it was a test rig. The problem was it was fucking stuck on the outside of my arse, and any other Sparky walking past will just either say, is that some fucking DIY shit-ass cunt that's done that, or is he a Sparky? Because everyone knows, if when you see something that's shit, it's either done by someone that is shit, or it's a Sparky stuff in their own ass. There's no in between. So yeah, got that done, but now, because I did that in my own house with my own tools, I lobbed everything back in the garage, so now my garage looks like fucking Beirut after the fucking bombing. So yeah, it's got to sort that out. But anyway, I'm going to go and toss around trade shows today, of which I'll probably interject some footage next, if I remember. Do you want to hear a funny story about my big pink cock? Not my actual one, this one above, which is a photo David Savory made because he's a child, and sent it onto the ESK, and because I thought it was hilarious, I made it my Instagram profile picture a while, which automatically made it my Facebook picture for a while. Anyway, then to today. So near me, there was an oil well, right? It's all you need to know, otherwise it'll spoil my video I'm doing it, yeah? Near me there was an oil well and an oil field. And as part of that oil field, there was a railway connection. And I'm trying to do a video on the infrastructure around this oil field and when it was there. So I follow a local railway club on Facebook. I'm not an attendee, I just follow them. So I just messaged them and says, oh, does anyone locally know anything about this rail depot for the oil place? I'm unable to find any maps or pictures. Has anyone locally got any information? Just because, right, it was a bit of a secret during the war, and there were people who live around here, just that kind of thing, that will undoubtedly have first-hand experience, which is what I'm looking for. I put a few things about other Facebook groups as well, just generally looking for information. Now, then on said Facebook groups, right, if someone puts something stupid, I don't always put a stupid answer. That's why I'm banned from a local Facebook group. But if someone puts up something I can generally help, I normally give them a bit of a hand, yeah? What I don't do as part of that hand is I don't vet them. I don't click on their profile and see if they meet my requirements for comedy. Because like, if someone's asked an electrical question, I'll generally offer some reasonably tip-top electrical advice, or with a bit of comedy. But I don't go and vet them. I don't look on there and go, oh, they're the local, I don't know, Labour councillor. I won't help them because I think all Labour councillors. So don't think like that. I just think helping everyone out, whether they have a different opinion to you, is just a decent thing to do, yeah? As long as they're not a nonce, you know what I mean? I'll help people out. So yes, I was not aware that under any requirement, there was no requirement as far as I was aware for me to be vetted before I could be given this information I was seeking locally. However, just as I come in for a drink after cleaning my vehicle, this is what I found online. So yeah, so basically when they clicked on my profile, if you clicked on my profile as public, the only picture you can see, I think there's one of me with my little lad, and there's one of me with a big fake superimposed Photoshop pink cock that I'm firing like a submachine gun, which is what's actually behind the cock that's been removed. So yeah, and because of that, I am not allowed to have questions answered on my local group because I have a huge pink phallus. They can't give me local history information. Honestly, what is wrong with people? I just don't get it. Like judging people on face value, it always winds you up. I mean, to be fair, in this case, they are right. I am a massive dickhead, so maybe they're right. But like, I fucking keep the country's secrets. I'm a member of the armed forces. I'm CRB cleared. I'm literally like I'm recognised by various organisations as a highly trustworthy person. But because I've got a big pink cock painted on in Photoshop on one of my profiles, I can't ask a local question. It's fucking wild, this shit. I'm a little bit fucking worried now and all. I'm a bit worried because obviously, as you know, yeah, in two-tier Britain, where if you say anything on the internet that the fucking regime don't agree with, you get banged up for 6 weeks, yeah? Simply saying, I'm not a fan of fucking couscous on Twitter, can see the thought police round your ass locking you up. Now I'm worried that the fucking old bill are going to come round and nick me because I've offended someone, because they've gone on my Facebook profile simply because I've asked a question on the internet and they've had to see a Photoshop pink cock that I'm holding, and they fell over and had to be, I don't know, fucking brought round with smelling salts, and now I've committed some kind of fucking hate crime. You know what it's like, man. fucking two-tier Keir Starmer Britain's going to send the 4 police round to fucking bang me up for having a massive pink cock. Someone asked me on a message, genuinely, like, not being malicious, they've just said, like, what if a customer sees it? Well, one, there's 2 ways of looking at this, yeah? I'm not interested in working for people that want to stalk me on the internet. I'm only interested in people employ me because they think I'm a good job. So if someone's going to go, we're not going to give him the job to stalk his Facebook profile on the internet, I'm not interested in working for that person because that's what the fucking Stasi do. Likewise, if they look on there and they see that huge pink cock and they think, oh, I can't have someone like that working here, then I don't want to work for them because they've not got a sense of humour and they're the Stasi. Like, don't look and you won't find out, will you? Like, don't look. If you think, oh, he's professional, he knows what he's doing, don't stalk someone, there's no need. So, yeah, so either way, if you are looking and thinking, oh, I want to work with him, sorry, mate, I already decided. I don't want to work for you, you fucking big fucking Stasi pink cock-eating cunt. Yo, self-employed blog. It's the Tuesday the 20th, by the way. It's meant to be Monday, but I forgot to do it yesterday. I am teaching a 2391 this week. The rock hardest. If you're a sparker, it's the hard course, isn't it? It's the course that's going to get you. It is hard, but it is rewarding if you get it done. And the pass rate for the exam is low. I think it's about 60%, something like that. It's not high. The practical passes can be higher or lower. Depends what kind of group you get. But yesterday I was fortunate enough to get a group of people all working for the same company. All who are trained at that company as Sparkies or trained somewhere else as a proper Sparky. And they're doing the work. So it's a bit of an oddity because you normally get all sorts of people to that. You get people to that tested before, which is wild. Like, why have you put on that course? But anyway, I'm doing that all this week. And then next week, I have to test them all in 2s. So 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon for 3 days. So it's bank holiday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's all I'm doing. So yeah, good little job. Quite like, I used to hate doing 2391. I used to hate teaching it, and I used to hate testing when I first started. Because it's a lot of stuff for you to do as one person. But as I've worked it out, I'm a lot more comfortable with it now, and I do actually enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing testing as well. And I don't mind failing people because that's you. Once you pass them, they're out there, aren't they? But you can give good feedback on that. Anyway, that's me for the next 2 weeks. So this blog this month is probably very, very boring. But I'll let you know how my class got on. See what I did. See how I managed to put it out of the bag, and I'll see if I can do anything interesting for the rest of the month. See you soon. Your self-employed blog, or as I like to call it now, me just talking in my van blog. People watch it though, you know what I mean? And people must get some sort of enjoyment out of it. It's Thursday the 22nd. I'm on my way to training in Leicester. Just chugging down the A46. Big quiet this week on the old socials and that. There's not much to go on this one because it's I'm doing 2391. It is probably, and I'm recording this now because I can say, I won't put this on Instagram because I've still got the course, but probably one of the better or one of the best 2391s I've been on. But the really good thing is, one of the things that's really good about it is a tip for courses, yeah. This form's a tip for courses, yeah. When you go on a course, the most important thing is that you just get used to talking with everyone there, yeah. This one's pretty good because they already all know each other because they work for each other. So they're already interacting. When you go on a course, if you stay silent, you'll suffer. Get into a conversation with someone, get chatting with someone, work things out with other people, integrate with people. Otherwise, just alone, aren't you, there on your own? Like, and if you work with other people, you'll come up with different ideas and stuff. On a 2391, that's well important, and on any course it's important. Get a bit of a natter going. Ask the lecturer or tutor questions. Don't sit there going, oh, I might ask that later. Don't be shy. You haven't paid your money to be shy, or your company hasn't paid your money to be shy. You're wasting the opportunity for them to interact more. So that's one of the reasons making a good course is that everyone's chit-chatting already. They're not afraid to talk to each other. In a lot of courses, you sometimes just get people sat there in silence. All right, I get it, you're a bit shy, but don't fucking worry about it. You ain't got to meet these people again after. Just try and get the conversation flowing, because for a tutor, for me, just feeling like you're talking all the time is just like, I don't feel like I'm delivering very well. When people are asking you questions and they're nattering, and if I hear people talk about something, I'll get in there and talk with them and get it going, because that's the way you extract more information to make it easy for you and make it more chilled out. So yeah, There's the top to it. Anyway, they're all talking to each other, which is good. And for a 2391, hay fever, not cocaine. Just so you know, yeah, just so it's fully out there, I've got a load of videos on 2391 on my channel on the playlist with Mark Allison and Craig Boost and all that, yeah. There's a load of stuff on 2391. I know a lot of people do it, right? Don't go to a 2391 unless you have done a bit of testing, yeah. If you have to make that happen, make it happen. If you can't make it happen, go and do a 2392, which is the course you learn to test on. Luckily on this one, everyone's been doing a bit of testing. You don't have to be a wizard at it, you just have to be half decent at it, and it is to tickle that up and make that more into the periodic inspection and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why it's good. It's good because the people there are at the right level to attend the course. They're interacting with each other and we're having a good time. We're having a bit of a knick-knack. We're getting away early-ish, so they've got time, because a lot of it's home stuff on that. So yeah, when you go on that course, don't just sit there expecting that everything's just going to come to you. There's a thing called the learning triangle. I'm going to have to blow my nose, hang on. There's a thing called the learning triangle. I'll put a copy of it here on the screen now, yeah? Basically what it says is, if someone stands there for any amount of time and lectures you, you'll probably retain about 5% of the information, yeah? If you read it, you'll attain 10%, I think it is. Audio, visuals more. Anyway, it goes down, you'll be looking on the screen now. And as you get to teaching it, which is what I do, you're sort of 90% there. You sort of, I think to master something, you've got to teach it. Well, that's wrong. If you're banging out EICRs day and night, you'll master it, yeah? You are a much better tester than me. But to really prove you know your shit, you go and teach, because people ask you questions, you get put on the spot. So yeah, when you're on a course, you pay your money. If someone keeps asking me fucking questions, I will keep answering them. And you'll get loads more out of that course than if you just sit there, read the book, do the exam. Don't get me wrong, you'll pass the course, but you'll get more knowledge if you interact. Don't worry about being shy, yeah? Don't worry about upsetting the lecturer because you keep asking questions. Don't worry about any of that. You've paid your fucking money, you've got that person for the whole week. Ask them stuff, get yourself involved. Top tip there. Don't be shy, don't do any favours in life. I had to fucking blow my nose again, that's why the camera angle's all jaunty, yeah? Just generally being shy, if you need to fucking buy a book and overcome it, yeah? It is no good on courses, and also, it's just no good in business, yeah? You've got to try and overcome that. You don't have to be like, overcoming every situation. You don't have to be like, smooth talking at the bar to ladies or anything like that, or gents, whichever way you're swinging. But you do have to overcome it for the purpose of business and course and stuff like that. So yeah, fucking welcome to my life advice video that I did monthly. Fucking hell, I'm a massive twat. Self-employed blog, it's Bank Holiday Monday. Yo, self-employed blog, it's Bank Holiday Monday. I finished that 2391 on Friday, the actual course bit. I've just got to run down to my office to get some bits and bobs to do the practicals this week. I had 5 out of 12 pass, which doesn't sound great, but it's a 2391, it's fucking rock hard. I've got loads of stuff on 2391 on my channel to help people get ahead on that. But that's probably an average, maybe slightly better than average pass rate for that course. I was a bit disappointed because I had a fucking good crew. I had lots of people that were genuinely interested and genuinely wanted to pass, and they didn't. And if I'm totally honest, most of them probably had the ability to pass, but the exam was a bit exammy for them, because most Sparkies haven't sat an exam for a fucking long time. They probably sat an 18th edition, which is in their comfort zone, but they probably haven't sat an exam that properly challenges them like 2391, and I suspect that the vast majority of them will pass the next time. It's always something I like to deliver personally. I always get the results and deliver them to the face, so I'll give them a little bit of a thing. Luckily for me, no one bailed out, no one popped smoke and ejected like a fighter pilot. Everyone was nearly there. The ones that were there, got a 90, got a couple of overs, but the ones that weren't nearly there, literally weren't nearly there. There was like a few questions off. Probably down to the exam. I'm just going down now, so I need some stationery to do the practical bit next week. So yeah, you know what I mean? I fucking get disappointed when I teach like that. Not that there's serious problem with my teaching. I don't hope they tell me if it was, if I'd missed something out, but when I get people who are genuinely interested, I always find with 2391, it's always I hated teaching it when I first started teaching it. I started to like it because you can say to them that It's fucking hard, man. It's fucking hard. But yeah, I'm just going to go and get my admin done. And then I will whittle the rest of this month away doing the practical exams, which hopefully should be a bit better because they're all doing that every day. But yeah, that 2391 exam, that'll catch you out. And that's one of the reasons, I've got to give some life advice like this fucking thing is for. Every year, I do some training. I appreciate it's not that easy if you work for someone to go and do some training, but every year I go and do some training. And I've done for a long time. I've done STMSS, I've done, someone told me about a lining protection course and someone runs over there. I'd like to know a bit more about that. But every year, do something that pushes you every year. Then when you need to go and do a 2391 that will push you, or something that will push you, you're sort of ready for it. Don't get me wrong, I did my, what did I do? Whatever they call it, I'll put it in here. And I failed out of the 4 of them that you do, I think do inspection and testing, installation and an exam. I failed the inspection and testing on that, 'cause it's fucking rock hard out of my comfort zone. So that was what it was. SMTMSS, that pushed me out of time, it comes over past that. But yeah, push yourself every year, otherwise when you need pushing, you don't like it. Last day of May, still got crazy hay fever in the office. It's a shithole. I've not been here for a couple of weeks. Well, I've been in and out for a couple of weeks, but I've got films to film, fucking projects on the go that need doing, but I'm just fucking starting out. It's going to be busy in June because it's busy. 2391 wise, I think out of the 12 I had 3 not pass. 2 of them were together in a pair. They just never got going. They should have got going quicker. They ran out of time, which is a fucking real shame. The time for the practical is set in stone. I had probably one of the best recoveries I've ever seen. Some guy just didn't want to get going, and then when he did, he got fucking going and smashed it. Probably he would have done it in like an hour if he'd have fucking got off to a good start straight away. And then someone else just didn't quite crack it. Even the content again, they ran out of time, which was a fucking real shame. Yeah, I always teach a little secret to that: is get your admin done, then get into your testing. So yeah, that's me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next month. It's going to be a busy one. There's a lot going off in June. I've got a lot of bookings. I think I'm booked up to the 24th of June, which is fucking ridiculous at the minute. So yeah, I'll see you in June next time. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, don't say anything. If you think I'm a fat shafter, put a comment. See you later.